Yeah, exactly. When PoE2 launches, it's going to be free to play, actually. So
if you want to have like early access, ironically enough, you're doing literal beta testing, you have to pay money. I think it's funny in a sense, but it's also clever. So if you want to be like, you want to have that super cool cosmetic, and you want to be like, have a supporter pack badge next to your shit. Well, there you go, you have the supporter pack. And I'm like, okay, well, I like supporting something that sounds good to play, so I'm like, I'm going to do it. The only thing is, I don't have a computer that I can play this thing on that's actually good enough to like deal with the stuff that I want to do. Like, I have to be able to zoom around with super high frame rates and no computer lag, and doing things that have a lot of objects drop on the ground on graphics that are high, so I can actually enjoy what I'm doing. Because at some point there's like a question you have to ask yourself: are you playing something because it's a thing that's expected of you and it makes you like look good if you stream it, or are you playing it because you actually want to have fun? And when I look at something like Halo, with the computer that I have at the moment, I can play that thing and actually have fun. Like I can sit there and like I'm idling at about 100 150 frames and I'm having fun. And that's why I also decided to like buy the campaign and actually play that, because I was like, I have never played the campaign. There's some achievements I want to unlock, so I decided to get the campaign and do that as well, because I don't really care about the politics of the company behind that. And actually, as a matter of fact, if you look into how that game was developed, you'll really feel for the struggles that it took to create that game, especially that campaign, because they had like people working on 18-month contracts. They kept cycling them out so they didn't have to like pay them the benefits. It was so fucking retarded. Microsoft ass fucking company. You're giga racist global fucking piece of shit corporation. Fuck you. I don't want to hear anything about your weird inclusivity if you're literally geographically racist. That's like a level of racist that I don't even think I've seen anywhere in the most racist circles of any app or any place on the fucking internet. You are really topping it. Like, I'm sorry, giga racist corporation. I was not familiar with your game of discrimination. You're fucking like literally just cooking everybody for no reason at all. And it's not even regions where you think, oh, these guys are going to create a lot of problems for you. Not even that. That I would understand. Like, if you wanted to limit, some, exactly what I'm talking about. If you wanted to limit some connections to some countries for some reason, it's like, I can understand that. I really do understand that. But purchase limitations? Why? I don't know. But they're like very greedy, and they throw a lot of money at everything because they realize that their relevancy is like at an almost end. That's why they have to like keep putting out new types of technology, because otherwise they're going to get cooked. And that's also why Microsoft is OpenAI, because if they didn't like do an AI bid, the whole thing would go to shit. I mean, look at what they tried to attempt. Remember when Cortana was a thing? You have the Halo IP and everything. You get to say, I have a little voice assistant. We're gonna call her Cortana. Ooh, sexy simulated boobs woman is gonna like answer your requests. Epic, amazing. It was a huge fucking like thing that everybody was anticipating. Then it came out, and it was just like this weird circle in the background there that really didn't do anything, and everybody was like just instantly deflated in their expectations. I definitely met expectations, of course. So that was like a massive thing for Microsoft. I thought that was it was very underwhelming in some ways as well. You thought you were going to really lead up to something there, but then it was really just a whole bunch of nothing in a system that didn't really work. And now you have something similar to that. It's called Copilot. And just because you don't hate Windows enough, you don't hate Microsoft enough, they then introduce a bunch of stuff that runs in your task manager and you have no way to disable it. I've been recently running into this real worthless piece of junk that's called Windows Input Experience, and you can't fucking disable it. I tried every fucking setting, even editing the register. I didn't even know you could do that, so I learned how to do that, and I fucking tried to specify the values for it, and it still doesn't fucking work. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Right? So even editing the register, like, what am I going to do next? Delete it? I really am tempted to, but then come next update, it's going to be put back in again, or like whatever they're going to try and do. So it's like, the real problem was Microsoft and not the people behind the game. It's like the people behind the game that actually did the building part, they were fucking rinsed, my man. That shit was fucked up. Because like, imagine this, for instance, right? You get like, let's imagine that you get 5 years to work on this game, and you hire a bunch of people, and you have like little, 18-month contracts. Guess what's gonna happen? After 18 months, that motherfucker gets fired, so you don't have to pay the benefits, greedy piece of shit. Anyways, they then hire a new cycle of people. They don't know what the fuck the other guys built, so they have to learn it over probably the period of like, 5 to 9 months. So now you have like a very large chunk of their contract time that's effectively missing. So now you're dealing dev time with fucking like overlaps of like 10 to 9 months each per contract. That's 18-month contracts. And then you keep leveling that up. At some point, you are literally running out of 5 years worth of fucking time because you can only repeat the cycle like probably 1.5 times.